What if your nearest neighbor wasn't a person, but a deer? Tired of traffic, noise, and overpriced coffee? Let's take a trip to the most secluded towns in America, where silence isn't just golden, it's the only option. Before you start picturing peaceful mornings and stress-free days, just know that running out of milk isn't a small problem, it's a crisis. There's no quick trip to the store. You plan, you ration, you savor every drop of coffee because the nearest Walmart might be 4 hours away. But that's the beauty of it, right? If you're looking for a place where no one will bother you, the air is crisp, and you can truly unplug, this list is for you. We're counting down 7 of the most secluded towns in America, where Wi-Fi is a gamble, roads are optional, and the scenery is almost too good to be real. Let's start with a place that redefines the word remote. Number 7, Supai, Arizona. Forget Uber Eats. Forget Amazon Prime. Supai, Arizona, doesn't do modern convenience. Tucked deep in the Grand Canyon, this tiny village has no roads in or out. Your options? Hike, ride a mule, or take a helicopter. That's it. No cars, no quick grocery runs. If you forgot eggs, you're out of luck. The nearest town, Peach Springs, is 60 miles away, but don't expect much there either. Life in Supai is pure isolation. Your neighbors? Villagers, the occasional hiker, and fearless squirrels that basically own the place. No cell service, no fast food, just mule deliveries and absolute quiet. But if you can handle the solitude, Supai gives you something rare, peace, the kind where the only sound is the wind through the canyon walls. And if you ever get bored? Well, getting out is just as hard as getting in. Number 6, Silverton, Colorado. If Supai felt a little too warm and dusty for you, Silverton, Colorado, might be more your style, if you don't mind snow, altitude sickness, and roads that make you rethink your life choices. Sitting at 9,300 feet above sea level, breathing here feels like a workout. The town itself is a frozen-in-time Old West relic, complete with saloons, wooden storefronts, and an overwhelming amount of nothing in every direction. The nearest city? Durango, 50 miles away down the $1 Million Highway, a road so terrifying it might as well come with a warning label. No guardrails, sheer drop-offs, and turns so sharp they make you question your existence. And that's before winter hits. Once the snow piles up, you're not going anywhere. Groceries? Stock up. Social life? Hope you like the 700 other people here, because that's all you've got. No Target. No fast food. Just mountains, snow, and a post office that somehow defies all logic. But if you can handle the remoteness, Silverton gives you something special, unreal scenery, crisp air, and a pace of life that makes the city feel like a fever dream. Number 5, Men Texas. Ever driven through a town so small you blink and miss it? That's Men Texas. Population? 30. On a good day, Men holds the title of one of the smallest county seats in America, which is a fancy way of saying, yes, technically, this is a town, but don't expect much. The closest real stores or restaurants? Pecos, Texas, an hour away. So, if you're used to quick grocery runs, you're in for a reality check. There's no grocery store, no restaurants, no nightlife. Just one gas station that doubles as the town's unofficial social hub. Need something? Better hope someone's heading to Pecos. So why live here? It's quiet, not just peaceful, so silent you can hear the wind shift. Mail delivery day is a big deal. Entertainment? Staring at the stars, which, to be fair, are breathtaking. If you want pure solitude and a life where barbecue sauce is practically a food group, Men might be for you. Just don't count on help if your car breaks down on one of those empty, endless roads. Number 4, Jordan Valley, Oregon. Most people hear Oregon and picture rainy forests and hipster coffee shops. Jordan Valley? Not even close. This is Oregon's Wild West, dry, rugged, and so remote that even lifelong Oregonians forget it exists. The nearest town with more than a handful of people is over an hour away, and even when you get there, civilization is a generous term. Grocery shopping? That's an event. If you forget something, you're not running back to the store. You either get creative with what's left in your pantry, or you learn to love beef jerky and canned beans. Out here, the land is vast, open, and empty. Your neighbors? Ranchers, the occasional lost tourist, and an alarming number of cows. And if you've never spent time in rural Oregon, trust me, the cows have bigger personalities than some people. But there's something undeniably special about Jordan Valley. The freedom? Unmatched. The landscapes? Beautiful in their own way. If you want to live somewhere nobody will bother you, where the only traffic jam is a stubborn herd of cattle, Jordan Valley might be the perfect place. Number 3, Eureka, Nevada. Eureka sits right in the heart of Nevada's desert wilderness, planted along the loneliest road in America, a name that is not an exaggeration. You can drive for miles and see absolutely nothing. No gas stations, no roadside diners, just endless desert and the unsettling realization that if your car breaks down, you might be in serious trouble. But if you keep going, eventually, you'll roll into Eureka, a town that feels like it hit pause sometime in the past century. The buildings? Old and weathered. Fast food chains? Don't even ask. And the social scene? Let's just say you won't stay a stranger for long. Need to do some real shopping? Hope you're patient. The closest big town is Ely, 77 miles away, and even Ely is barely big. Forget about last-minute kombucha runs or avocado toast cravings, you either make do or go without. But if you can handle the quiet, Eureka gives you something rare. Stunning desert sunsets, a level of peace most people never experience, and a community of tough, self-sufficient people who know what it means to rely on each other. Just don't expect next-day delivery. Number 2, Marfa, Texas. Marfa, Texas, is one of those places that shouldn't exist, but somehow, it does. Imagine a tiny cowboy town, throw in some mysterious floating lights, and then add an art scene so trendy that people from New York and LA literally fly in just to say they've been here. That's Marfa. But don't let the artsy vibe fool you, this place is still wildly remote. The closest real city? El Paso, 200 miles away. That's a solid 3-hour drive, so if you run out of milk, well, hope you like black coffee. And Marfa isn't just kind of isolated, it's aggressively in the middle of nowhere. There's one grocery store, a couple of gas stations, and a handful of restaurants. No malls. No Starbucks. Just miles of desert, strange lights in the sky, and a town that feels both empty and oddly trendy at the same time. About those Marfa lights, they're one of the town's biggest mysteries. Some say they're natural, others swear it's aliens. My favorite theory? It's just Texas being weird. Life here is slow, quiet, and beautifully strange. If you're after excitement, keep driving. But if you love surreal landscapes, indie film vibes, and a little mystery, Marfa just might be your place. Number 1, Glasgow, Montana. Let's say you really, truly want to disappear. You want to be somewhere so far off the grid that even people in Montana think you've gone too far. Welcome to Glasgow. Officially ranked as the most isolated town in the continental US, Glasgow takes middle of nowhere to a whole new level. The nearest city with actual shopping? Over 4 hours away. That's right, if you suddenly crave a Target run, you're in for a full-day adventure. So, what's life like here? Picture stepping outside to nothing but open sky and rolling plains. No honking cars. No flashing billboards. Just wind, a few scattered farmhouses, and cattle that probably outnumber people. It's simple, but far from easy. Winters are brutal. The wind? Unforgiving. Grocery shopping? You better have a list. Forget something? You'll be experimenting with pantry leftovers until your next supply run. And social life? Let's just say privacy isn't really a thing. You will know everyone. Everyone will know you. If you sneeze at breakfast, expect someone to check on you by lunch. But the flip side? People here look out for each other. If your truck breaks down, someone's stopping. If you need help, you'll get it, no questions asked. The best part? The sky. Sunsets that stretch for miles. Stars so bright they don't look real. The kind of peace that makes you realize how loud the world actually is. So, could you handle life in Glasgow? Or do you need a Starbucks within reach? Let me know in the comments. And if you're heading there, stock up on groceries first.